Opportunity to welcome Audrey Chicot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like she's saying, I am a woman, like you can say. It's not because I'm wearing a jean, because I'm a woman. I have everything. And me, like a woman, and I have to say that I'm the only one woman in Africa that's doing that in that sectors. It's me there. It's me there. Yes, it's me there. I'm welding, I'm doing everything in my office. I'm removing from my office to my welding atelier. So, in Central Africa, Semite Zone, when the machines have problems on every sector, petroleum, aluminium, agroalimentary, they have to call me. If I cannot do, they have to call people in Europe or in US. But when are we going to stop that? Chinese now are becoming the first or the second in the world. We Africans have everything. They have nothing. They have only technologies. So we have, first of all, to bring that technologies. We women in the, I'm seeing all of you. No one have to tell you that you just have to stand to doing, buying and selling. No, you have to transform. The transformation is our future. It's our future. So for transform, we need to transfer the technology. Even, they don't want to transfer it from themselves. What we are going to do, we are going to do the same processes that Chinese done. So we are going to buy and then copyright it. It's simple. Nigerians, you Nigerians, we are sleeping. We in Central Africa, we are sleeping. West Africa, we are sleeping. The fact is that bringing an industry, come and put it in our country, don't mean your country is industrialized. It's a lie. If you want to be industrialized, you have to do that yourself. You have to produce your machine yourself. So I think for European, they maybe take time now. It's now. It's now because Asians are coming and they are not going to leave them some space. So women, please, we are the mother of our continent. Thank you very much.
We have enough lawyers from the African diaspora. We just need to identify and unite them. We have enough medical people from the African diaspora. They're everywhere all over the country. We just need to identify and we just need to unify them. There are a lot of people that are specialists in taxes. It's really important that we identify them, that we start exchanging the knowledge, because knowledge is power. And without knowledge, as a community, we perish. So what I want to leave you with as a lawyer is that I will do my best from my profession to exchange knowledge. I think it's important that if we leave with something tonight, it should be that as a community, it's important that we start uniting, or most importantly, we start exchanging the knowledge, because we all have something to contribute. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate what you are doing, because that is what the African community, especially the diaspora, needed. But now we have a problem. You know, many people were arrested, undocumented and documented, and some people have been working via, you know, I'm not going into detail, somebody documents. So then can't you help these people also to get their benefits? Because they have a right, they have been working, and sometimes they have been selling like dogs. So can you do something about it?
Yeah, as a lawyer, I have several working fields. One of them is I try to help. I try to help the undocumented. Because somebody doesn't have a paper with their name on it, they are treated like they have no rights, that they are no human beings. And I see that, and I think we can't live in, we can't be a country that condones that. We should be better than that. And when it comes even to the undocumented, that we should have ways that we treat people with dignity, every single person, whether your name is on a piece of paper or not.
I'm going to go ahead to introduce the next speaker of the House, Honorable Ken Bandi, all the way from Germany.
I came to Germany 23 years ago, and when I finished my BSc in Geography and Regional Planning from the University of Calabar, my wish was to come here and pursue my master's in Geography. And so when I got into Germany, of course the language was very difficult. I tried to mix up to see exactly how I could be able to, get myself integrated into the society. The very few things I began to read about Africa, the films I see on TV, I begin to ask myself, do we have two Africans in this continent? Or do we have two Nigerians in this world? Because most of the picture I see about Nigeria is not what I know about Nigeria. So that was my motivation into going to publish the second most popular African magazine based in Germany called African Heritage. So I started this magazine 11 years ago, and the motive was simply to showcase the other side of Nigeria. So I'm not saying that we don't have some bad sides which they are showing, but I always say that a coin have two sides, the good side and the bad side. Unfortunately, the European media, they want to focus on the bad side, what we call in German media 5 Ks: catastrophe, corruption, crisis, Krieg. That's all they are interested. Of course, the reason is simply that the media they can always sell their magazines or their article when they portray other countries, especially Africa, where you see animals jumping into their houses and jumping out of the windows. Unfortunately, that's what most people want to read here. And so they sell their magazine. Well, in between, we started also with African Heritage Radio, and we started also African Heritage TV. So today we have the radio, the TV, and the magazine. But I must emphasize that I never read journalism. I never did anything journalism. So it was simply doing by learning. So my first lesson tonight is to say that as long as you have a passion to do anything, you can do it. As long as you can think it, you can do it. And honestly, I moved beyond that, just like the last speaker actually said. And I also realized that with the media, with the TV and the radio, you still cannot change so many things in the community. You still cannot change the perspective, the issue of corruption, the issue of intimidation, the issue of anti-discrimination, especially as it concerns the black person. So I asked myself, having the magazine is not enough, what can I do next? So I decided to contest for a political post in the Hamburg Senate at the committee level for anti-discrimination, for the what we call Foreigners Advisory Council. So I became the second African in the history of Germany to be elected into the Hamburg Senate anti-discrimination. I did not only do that, I also got elected as the Speaker of Anti-Discrimination in the Hamburg Senate Advisory Council. With that, we're able to manage the first law, or we'll call it Gesetz in Germany, that eventually empowered the African community to take charge of their so many social programs. We introduced the first program for the Africans in Germany, where whatever you study in Africa and you come to Germany, because the certificate or the qualification is not recognized, we started a program where we can go through a process to convert your certificate, what you had in Africa, and to be compatible with the German certificate. And what we need to do is to begin to look at, again, I go back to the last speaker, there are so many people with very, very fantastic talent, but they cannot sponsor it, they can't finance it. So all we need to do is to set up a mini committee that can look at the project, the mini project that the Africans. They must not necessarily be Nigerians, they can also be from other countries. They can be married to Nigerians, friends of Nigerians or so. We look at those their projects, and if we think those projects can contribute to the development of their immediate community, we're going to give them loan. And this loan is going to be free of charge, compared to going to the bank to collect loan. But of course, you have to convince the jury that you'll be able to carry out that loan. Of course, there's going to be a evaluation committee, a monitoring committee, to be able to make sure that those loans you collected will be implemented. So that's just in 1 minute, one of the highlights I think we can do.
Thank you very much.
Behind us, we have people with their stands there, and we have Grand Hotel, we have MoneyGram. I don't need to introduce them, what they do. We have Pastor Jacob's Books, Cardigan Mister, it's a wine company. And we have Aha Jewelry. We have Epison Group, that they are wonderful. It's a very fantastic food company. We have MSMI Company. We have Stickting, Culture Jam, Shine Cosmetics. Mary Kay in the house.
Oh, I love those girls.
Hello. Beautiful sisters.
Hello. Hello. This particular exhibition is unique in the sense that we are seeing something from an African lady. Tell us more about this project, the aluminum project.
In Cameroon, we have about 40% in that sector, and we are working with all the sectors: petroleum, aluminium, agroalimentary, cemetery. And I'm here today to tell all Africans that we need to make South-South exchange, because we have knowledge, we have raw materials. So now all what we have to do is to transform in Africa for Africans.
I'm Angela McDonald from Mary Kay. I've been a beauty consultant for 4 years now. And thanks to my director, Eudia, I came into the business. I was a customer first, one of our best customers, I believe. And after a while, I started to realize that this was a great opportunity. And besides the great products, especially the foundation, Mary Kay has offered me a lot, because I like Mary Kay because of the sisterhood. We support each other as sisters in the business, and also the idea of God first, family second, and then career third. It also appeals to me. And it's great to be a consultant, to make the women happy, feel good about themselves, because we all know as black people that it sometimes can be hard, and it's just a bit of light in everyone's life, and that's why I love Mary Kay.
My company name, it's a little bit different to pronounce, but it's a French name. It's Beau Victoire, and the name is Beau Victoire is beautiful or great victory. So I'm a beautician, medical pedicure, and I'm also a makeup artist, and I work with several medical persons, with physiotherapists, some doctors. We do anti-aging, weight management. Just you can change your whole body, or if you want to follow a course or something, you can ask us. because I'm also a teacher. I like to help other people reaching their goal, because you know a lot of people losing their job at the moment, and so I'm specialized in networking, and I can introduce you to some people so they can help you to find a better job or to start working for yourself. My second company is a healthcare company, because God gave me a strength to study, and within a year I become a full nurse now, and I'm working at the moment. I'm working with, I'm taking care of people with terminal diseases.
My name is Chief Charles Onyebuchi Onyike. I'm standing here to talk about empowering ourselves. You see, we have come a long way to this great nation of Europe, and we have been working our eyes out. No matter what we read, when we come here, they treat us like we are dogs. Even though you go to your working place, you will see maybe a Dutch who is the second class in your level. He will be on top of you. So after seeing all that, I said, oh, why can't I try something? Why can't I take this into another level? So I said, okay, where will I go? The food. Everybody likes food. Everybody likes food. But what kind of food? Gesund or the one that is not gesund? If you are consuming this SC weight, I can assure you, from within 1 month, your stomach will start to go in. It's a very, very good food for those who does not want to add weight. Very, very, very good. For people who are suffering from diabetes, that is it's a very, very good food for them. So I advise every one of us to taste the food, and you will never go back to every other food. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Many of you maybe know me, or some don't know me, but Pastor Elvis, Mrs. Elvis, no, it's not Mrs. Elvis Johnson, and the Voice Committee. I'm here today because we went in Equatorial Guinea on invitation of the First Lady of Equatorial Guinea. The Voice magazine was invited in Equatorial Guinea. We had a very, very nice trip, and we stayed in wonderful hotel which touched our hearts. And I think Pastor Elvis and his wife cannot say something else. And I would like to emphasize something. Equatorial Guinea is not a corrupt country. Equatorial Guinea is not a country who do not respect human rights. I visited, we visited, and there is a record. Johnson was there, he was our cameraman, and we had also other photographer. And guests will come tomorrow, so I don't want to say anything about what is going to happen, and also the very big surprise. So we went to one hotel which called Giblo Grand Hotel in Oyala, Mongomo, in the central of Africa, in the forest, middle forest of Equatorial Guinea, in the bush. When I say in the bush, it's in the bush. You have a swimming pool, you have a theater, you have a forum, you have. It's a paradise in the middle of Africa. Do I lie, Pastor Elvis Johnson? No. So tomorrow, the director gives you the honor to be in town. So he's going to talk tomorrow to you. And he thanked you already for taking time to know his hotel. And I have to tell you that Equatorial Guinea is very proud of Pastor Elvis and his wife and the Voice Committee and all the workers in the back of the Voice magazine. So what I want you to tell you is that maybe next year can be somewhere else. Have a good evening.